Friends, I hope all of you are having a great day today. These are the last 2 journals that I have going in the shop today. I've been kind of on a journal making binge, and then when I get a few done, I do videos and then we put them in the shop, and that seems to be working a little bit better as far as a work schedule for me. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this. I've got 2 journals that really are kind of shabby chic. They have, you know, those rich tones of brown and cream and white, and both of the fabrics are very vintage, old looking. This is a book that I put together with a jelly roll from Miss T down under. Thank you, Miss T. I love working with the strips. So we have this book to show you today. It is 5 by 7, and she's pretty chunked up. She's like 3 1/4, but I've got her like, yeah, she had to take her belt in because she is just like, she's spilling over. This one is a real spillover, so we'll go with this one first. The spine on this book is... it's 2 3/4 inches. She has a giant spine, you guys. I was able to use some macrame beads with this satin and flocked damask fabric. I will tell you, when I started my decoupage technique to get the fabric onto my book base, it was really kind of challenging. So we've got a few bumps right here. There's a bump right here. You have to kind of almost hold the book so you can see like some of the bumps that are going on, because the satin just did not want to, the glue and the satin fabric were, they were not playing nicely together, but we managed to make them be friends, and I'm really happy with the journal, the way that it turned out. It is a big mama. It is 3 3/4 inches thick. So let's just go through this. Just remember, because this is damask, it picks up all kinds of lint, you guys. So, you know, if you've got, and it'll pick up dog hair and things like that. My books do not go downstairs ever where the dog is. And the dog doesn't come up here. So we don't have cat hair or dog hair. But if you got cats or dogs, just be prepared, because their fur is going to stick to this flocking that we have going on here. Let's take a look. We start with an art trading card that says "Get the Job Done," that is done in a chippy style. You guys, the shabby chic kind of spilled over into our hairy paper clips too. So you kind of got that same color theme, that same vibe, that same feel going on in the top of the book as well. All kinds of things to play with. We've got fabric, we've got cutouts, we've got chippies, we've got illustrations. These are from the Ideal magazine. Just remember that you always have a full page of imagery, text, and words, phrases, sentences to work with, because I always use a whole page in these. 1938 recipes for baked potatoes, au gratin stuffed potatoes, Idaho potatoes on the half shell. That sounds like stuffed potatoes to me. My dad makes good stuffed potatoes. A piece of leather right here for you to work with. You know, you can make yourself a, hold on. Oh, she came unstowed. Make yourself a traveler's notebook, or just piddle around with some leather. You know, 'tis the season to piddle around and see what you can play with and get done, and have fun with. Okay, this is not working right here, so I'm going to pull this out, and I'm just going to put it in a pocket. Do not fear, it will go somewhere. Illustrations from that 1938 cookbook, which I love because they're black and white. Not many color photographs available back then. a little bit of netting, some tags for you guys to play with and alter. Of course, these pieces are the collage collections that feature a focal image and papers that go together with these, with those little collections. Fabric. I love this pen and ink from Ideals magazine. Stamping on, this book was from 1940. It's Trelawney. I don't know if you guys have ever read it. Trelawney was a great friend of Percy Shelley and actually lived with family when they were in Italy. Very interesting. A little bit of Easter for you to play with. Some rock and roll stuff, because we just got to have the rock and roll in there. Stickers. Take life one cup at a time. I really do like the coffee papers that I bought last week. Lots of fun. Of course, just a plain envelope. There are all kinds of things you can do with just a plain envelope. I'm a waste not, want not kind of girl. So everything goes in these journals. Stamped images here for you to play with. This is an illustration from a children's Sherlock Holmes book. And the arrows, I'm big into arrows. Christmas. This is New Zealand wrapping paper. Can you believe it? I tell you, they must have the best wrapping paper in the entire world. Beautiful. And of course, you guys can do the flip thing with this, or, you know, you guys have written me and said that you keep the book on your desk like this, and you can just flip through it and use it kind of as a, it's your art Rolodex is what it is. You can just flip right through here and find what you want or what you need, that perfect little embellishment. It is also a super cool coffee table book. You know, people, sometimes it's hard for them to imagine that a food packaging box can look like something that's totally different, you know, totally altered, totally transformed. So that is our damask damsel. We'll call her the damsel. The damask damsel. This is the Jelly Roll book that I put together. It's got a sweet spine on it. I really like the sparkly beads that we got going here. Thanks, Miss R. I needed beads, and all of a sudden there are beads on my doorstep. It is the craziest thing in the whole wide world. It's magic. It is. It's just like magic. Got lots of stuff for you to play with in this one as well. We've got mini books. We've got embellishments, illustrations, wrapping paper, craft paper. Look at that. So pretty. I really do like the gold stars as well. Old advertisements from National Geographic magazine. This just really spoke to me. I just thought that that was super cool. That's an illustration from Ideals magazine. Stamped images for you guys to play with. Got napkins up here. This is an art trading card blank back here. Art trading coin blanks as well, because those are just fun to play with. I like that too. Love the way these two things play so nicely together. And you put those two things, this marbled paper and this 1940s text. Ooh, that's pretty, pretty right there, my friends. We got stickers and cards for you to play with. This is the cover of a greeting card from 1996. A little bit of fabric here. I think this is from 1986. I think this is the Halley's Comet edition of National Geographic. A black piece of leather for you guys to play with. Advertising. Don't you love it when advertising comes to your house and it's like the perfect thing and you want to work with it right away? Especially now, man. It's like, whoa, you're just inundated because it's the end of the year and it's Christmas and it's Thanksgiving and good grief. I love this sparkly, I think this is probably something that is used to make wreaths, but I think it's so pretty. I also totally love the pen fabric that we worked with, that I have a few scraps of it left over. This is actually from Flow magazine. Potatoes and green beans, one of my favorite things. And it's a Sunday afternoon. When I was little, on Sunday afternoons, you snapped green beans. And on Saturday night, you snapped green beans. On Sunday, you ate the green beans. And you clipped coupons. My dad worked across the street from a place called Chesapeake Paper Stock. And he would bring us coupons. You know, you could get old papers over there. So most of my childhood, my Sunday afternoons were spent clipping coupons. It's funny because right after I finish this, I'm going to go downstairs and sort through some coupons that Mom sent and some that I clipped myself. And then I will download my digital coupons, and then I'll make my grocery list, and then I'll go to the grocery store. Not one of my favorite things, but you know what? I'm so grateful to go to the grocery store. There are people who get shot trying to feed their family. And I just think it's just such a... I don't like to go. But every time I go, I kind of sit in the parking lot for just a minute and just have a little rampage of appreciation about the fact that I can feed my family, that I can feed my dog, that I can go in the store and buy what we need. You know, just so appreciating every little facet of life, every little thing. This is the last of my, I love those things. The last of my butterfly skewers. I think they're so cool. And that's really the trick, isn't it? You know, to appreciate, you know, really appreciate your seconds and your moments. I talked about that in the previous video, how we, I mean, it is the season for gratitude, right? But appreciation kind of pulls gratitude into the now. And that is where we need to be experienced, and that is where we need to be focused. And that's something that I'm really, really working on the rest of this decade and starting in 2020, full-fledged on it. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.